What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Parker's POV, where today we'll be taking a look at this used 2020 Northwood Arctic Fox. This is the 32A model. This is an awesome couples coach for anybody looking for a true four-season camper. It's got thicker walls, it's got better insulation, it's got heated tanks, heated lines, the whole shebang. So stay tuned and we'll hop right into this. So before I get started, just want to make mention, I am making this video for a customer up in northern Idaho. Her name is Jan, and her husband, I believe his name's Clint. So sorry if I got that wrong, but I think that's right. But wanted to make this video for them just to show them the overall condition of this trailer as it sits right now, in case they are interested in making the 6-hour trip down here to Meridian, Idaho. I'm going to go ahead and throw some specs on the screen, so feel free to pause the video as needed to review those, and then we'll go ahead and hop right into this. So as we head towards the front of the trailer, we're going to be greeted with a power tongue jack. Obviously going to make hooking up and disconnecting extremely easy. And it does have a manual override in case you had to manually crank it if your batteries ever did die. Dual 30-pound propane tanks. We do fill those as part of our process. And then over here, this is where your batteries would be mounted, right behind the propane. Notice this does not have a battery on it currently because the previous owner decided to keep it. So I do have a jump box hooked up just so I can show you guys the lights and everything when we head inside. But one thing I wanted to mention about this trailer, and something unique that Arctic Fox has always kind of been known for, and they've changed a little bit here and there, but this fully molded front cap looks really, really good. And if you have been in the RV industry or you've owned a few trailers and you don't know, a fully molded front cap is way better at sealing or keeping the water out than your traditional trailer, maybe like that Starcraft over there that just has a piece of fiberglass kind of bent over the front cap. So it is expensive, but this whole thing is just one continuous piece that they put on the front of this thing. It's extremely robust. It's got like a bed liner material on the front. It's designed to take a beating from any rocks or debris that are going to get spit up from your vehicle. And then of course it looks really good with these graphics, the nice LED lighting up front. So very, very cool. Your coupler up front here is going to be a 2 5/16 inch coupler. So of course you'll need a 2 5/16 inch ball. And then we do recommend on a trailer this heavy to run a weight distribution hitch or stabilizer hitch, whatever you want to call it. That is going to help tremendously. As we walk around to the driver's side here, this is a double slide unit. So this big slide in the bedroom / hallway area, this is going to be a big wardrobe slide, and then you're going to have your main living room slide towards the rear. I'll go ahead and pause the video on the stickers here, or I guess I should say feel free to pause the video to review any of that information. You do get electric jacks on this one as well. So there's one control there, and then you'll have another one towards the back. All right, let's go ahead and open this. Even these compartment doors are heavily insulated. They're just heavy duty. So I love that about Northwood products. Let's see if the lighting's okay in here. So that's your pass-through storage. That's going to go all the way through. This is an aluminum framed trailer, and it's corked aluminum, meaning they put wood studs inside the aluminum studs so that when you're screwing things into walls, that sort of thing, it has something to bite onto. And by putting wood inside the aluminum studs, it's going to insulate even better. Okay, this is going to be a Lippert slide. Used to be called a Schwintek slide for this one here, and then you're going to have a rack and pinion slide towards the rear for that living room slide. Here's another compartment here, just a little bit of storage. Underneath that, we'll have our Blackwater waste, or so your black tank flush there, and that's your dump valve there. Little camp light here too, and then you'll have some 110 outlets outside. Now tires seem to be in pretty good shape. They've still got a little bit of tread on them. I don't think you'd have to replace these anytime soon. Maybe in the next year, maybe 2 years, depending on how much you're moving around. And then here's a look at that rack and pinion slide. Now, something that some people don't talk about on these Arctic Foxes is the gear that drives these bars in and out is actually inside the underbelly on this trailer. And the advantage to that is when these tires are kicking up mud and dirt and rocks, it's a lot less likely for this slide system to fail when it's tucked behind your I-beam here, out of the elements. So very, very cool. Probably the most robust slide system out there right now. Okay, as we come out here, notice all the graphics are in really good shape on this thing. No major peeling, fading, cracking, anything like that I've noticed anyway. Outdoor shower located here. That's your 30 amp power cable there. And then, of course, your city water connection. And then here's your rear stabilizing jack switch here. I do want to give you a quick peek at the underbelly of these things. So it's completely enclosed, heated and insulated underneath. We'll have a nice steel bumper back here. And it's got a nice diamond plating on it too, just to protect it. You will have a 2-inch receiver off the back of the camper here. If you wanted to plug like a bike rack or something into it, you could. There's a look at our spare tire. Alrighty. You do get a rear-mounted ladder because this does have a fully walkable roof. And check out that panoramic window on the back of this thing. Really cool to just back this into your favorite camp spot. You're going to have an excellent view of wherever you're camping. Alrighty. I don't know the exact specification on this power awning, but it is pretty massive. So that, of course, will extend out pretty far and give you a lot of outdoor space to enjoy your campsite. And then something else I wanted to show you. You do have a small little compartment here on the side. Nothing huge, but it's not wasted space, which is nice. Your water heater is going to be there. This is, of course, a dual axle trailer. Again, tires seem to be in pretty decent shape on this thing. Still got a good amount of tread. Alrighty. So let's back up a little bit. I'll give you a good side profile of the trailer. Again, the graphics seem to be in pretty dang good shape for being 5 years old. All right. So that pretty much sums it up for the outside. Let's go ahead and head inside. All right, so I know you guys wanted to see what it looks like inside this trailer with the slides in and if you can access certain things. So first thing I wanted to show you is the couch back here. So this is kind of what I was referring to with that slide. It barely has about an inch, maybe 1.5 inches of clearance when that comes in like it is. So if you're going to put chairs or something else back here, just keep that in mind. Okay. So as we hop inside here, I turn the corner, you're still going to have a pretty good walkway here to get through to your kitchen. So you should, I'll come in here, flip around. So I have full access to the stove, the oven, the microwave up top here, and then I'm still going to have access to my fridge and, of course, my freezer. Okay. As we flip back around here, notice the slide does cut off the walkway to the bedroom. So I'll go ahead and insert a small clip of what the bedroom looks like when the slides are in. All right, so say we're traveling and we need to use the restroom. You're going to use this door here to come through. Now your wardrobe slide is currently in at the moment. So this door here to the outside is no longer accessible. However, we do have a way into the bathroom here. So full access, pretty simple. And then if you need to get anything in the bedroom itself, all pretty easy to get to. All right, so as we first hop inside the coach here, we're going to be greeted with a nice large window on the back here, but also a nice large couch. This is a tri-fold sofa, so this does fold flat. Pretty straightforward, just lift up on it like that. You will have some storage underneath, as you can kind of see there, but just an extra sleeping space for somebody if you have company. Nice. I don't know if I'd call them blackout shades, but these are privacy shades. They let in a little bit of light, but not a ton. I kind of like that because the blackout shades make it really dark inside. Then you're going to have nice overhead cabinetry all the way around here. Of course, this is all real wood, being a Northwood product. You will get a power outlet down on this side. Nice couple tables on either side of the couch to put your drinks and things like that. As we pan around this way, we've got our super slide. It is a flush floor slide, so it goes out, it'll drop down a little bit. That way the carpet doesn't have a massive lip that you're going to trip on all the time. Thomas Paine furniture in this unit. These recliners are pretty nice. They've got the manual reclining functionality where you pull the lever and it kicks the footrest up, and then you even have really deep storage in the middle here to hide all your goodies and snacks. That whole piece can actually come out if you want it to, and then you'd have essentially 2 love seats instead. Nice little trays here too, again, just to put your beverages or food while you're eating. And then this one is optioned with a four-person, I almost said dinette. This is a table setup here with free moving chairs, which is nice. The table's got a built-in extension, which is also nice in case you needed a little bit more room. Nice overhead storage above the couch here. And then there's your Northwood North Fork manufacturing. Looks really, really good. As we flip around, we'll see our entertainment center here. So it looks to be like a, oh gosh, I'm terrible with TV sizes, but that's probably about a 42-inch TV, maybe somewhere in that ballpark. I could be wrong there, but pretty good sized TV. It's on a swivel mount, so you can actually pull it out and kind of angle it where you like it. But it does sit pretty much directly across from your main theater seats here, which is nice. Most of your controls are going to be located by the door here, so this is where you've got all of your water heater controls, your tank heaters. Your main slide-in control is going to be located there, as well as your awning controls. A lot of lighting controls on the side here. Nice electric fireplace as well. So let's say it's a little chilly, but you don't want to run the furnace and burn your propane. Kick that on. That's going to take the chill off in here, especially if you're hooked up. One thing I maybe didn't mention, that is a 12-volt TV, in case you're wondering. So that'll run off the battery, which is cool. Here is your radio. So this unit does have both interior and exterior speakers, which is nice. Your AC is going to be located on the roof, of course, and it is ducted. You're going to have these vents all the way throughout that you can open and close and send that cold air where you need it most. Here's a look at your kitchen. Oh, and I didn't mention you do have some overhead storage up top here, which is pretty deep. You can fit quite a bit up there. The fridge looks really good on this unit, as it does match all the cabinetry. This is a Norcold gas electric fridge. Pretty good size. And then here is a quick look at the freezer. Alrighty. Now this is your kitchen space here. Now notice these are solid surface countertops. So very premium. And then you're going to have your oven, of course. Your 3-burner stove with your glass top, residential sized microwave, a little bit of overhead storage up top here, more overhead storage all the way around. Looks like that might be some of the paperwork for the trailer. So lots of cabinets, even over here, and then more drawers down here. So it looks like you've got 4 drawers. Some are deeper than others. Oops. Perfect. You'll have a little bit of storage underneath the sink area, and this is also access to some of your plumbing. And then you'll have 4 more drawers going down that way. Your CO2 detector is going to be located towards the floor here, and then your converter box is going to be located underneath there, underneath the fridge. You do have these floor vents throughout. That's, of course, for the furnace. If you know anything about Arctic Foxes, they're extremely well insulated with their thicker walls, better insulation, heated tanks, heated lines, the whole 9 yards. Before we go back into the bathroom and the bedroom area, I do want to show this does have solar on the roof. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a short clip of what the roof looks like. As you can see, it's in really, really good shape. We do run these through an inspection just to make sure the roof is sound and that there's nowhere that the roof has been compromised. As we proceed through the walkthrough here, you'll have, as part of your wardrobe slide actually bleeds into this hallway here, but you'll have a storage compartment here, which is more accessible in the hallway here. And then you have your main bedroom door here to get into the bedroom, but then your bathroom's also a pass-through to the bedroom as well, which is important, especially if you have the slides in. You can get in and out of the trailer when you're traveling without having to put the slides out every time. Okay. You do get a foot flush toilet here. This is porcelain. It's not one of those cheap plastic toilets. You'll have a little medicine cabinet up top here in the corner. And you'll have another one above your vanity sink. There's a look at your sink there. You've got a water pump control out or down low, and then also your lighting control and some 110 power there. And then there's a look at some storage underneath. Let's see if I can open the shower with one hand here. There we go. It's a really nice corner shower, plenty of space, even if you're taller. All right, and it's got this nice little door lock on it to keep it from moving. And then behind your door is where you'd hang your towels. All right, let's pan around into the bedroom. So here's your walk-around queen-size bed. You do get storage underneath the bed. Alrighty. You're going to have a hanging closet on both sides. It goes all the way down, so that's a full-size hanging closet, which is nice. Storage above, more storage. That's going to extend all the way across, and then again, you're going to have a shorter hanging closet on the other side there. You do have power hookups on both sides, so 110 outlets, USBs, more 110. So plenty of places to charge your devices at night. You do get a small TV mounted here in the bedroom. So this one's actually a 110 TV, so you do need to be plugged into shore power or a generator or something in order to operate this. Just keep that in mind. And then here's a look at that massive wardrobe slide. So tons and tons of storage here, tons of storage down low. You got 4 drawers underneath here, down there, another 2 over here. So 6 drawers, looks like. More hanging closet space, more cubbies here. And then again, you have that one that's in the hallway there. So tons of storage in this slide out. Very, very cool. But that's pretty much it for the interior. Hope this helps. Oh, one thing that I found out the hard way, I was trying to figure out how to put this slide in and out. I could not find the switch for it to save my life, but it's actually conveniently right by this second door here. If you look up on the ceiling, that's your slide control for this slide out in the bedroom. It took me forever to find it. I thought I'd document it in this video in case I forget, but that is where that slide control is located. You do actually have a 12-volt fan up top here. So although there's not an air conditioner like a second AC, that thing will move a ton of air through this bedroom if you crack a window and set that to exhaust. And then you have this nice skylight, which does have one of those privacy screens to shut it if you want to really black out the room. So anyway, again, this is just a walkthrough just to show you the condition of this trailer. If you're interested, please let me know. You can find me at my email in the bio section of my channel. And yeah, thanks for watching.